Next short section, specialized sense is your sense of taste. And the main organs that are present are your taste buds. Your taste buds are located inside of little papillae on the tongue, and then they're scattered throughout your mouth and pharynx. So taste buds, which I'm sure you've heard that term without taking an anatomy class, are the organs of taste. So what happens is you have little papillae, basically these little round bumpy parts on your mouth, and inside of that papillae are small little taste buds. So your taste buds are not something big that you're going to see if you stick your tongue out. Your taste buds are very small and they're located inside of the papillae. So if we drastically magnify that, you can see your tongue is thick, so it's going to have stratified epithelial cells. And then you're going to have little taste cells, which are part of your taste bud. A taste pore is an opening, and then a taste hair is going to be present right away. So as you produce saliva, this liquid runs over the top of your tongue, and then this pore, or this opening, is where the liquid with the chemical taste of whatever you're eating dips into this pore. The hairs at the end of the taste cell pick it up, and then the taste cell takes it to your nerves and your brain. So taste buds are very, very tiny. Taste cells, gustation or gustatory. Gustation deals with taste. So gustatory cells are modified epithelial cells. They are a receptor that pick up taste. All taste cells are going to have the little taste hairs that are at the end, and they are what actually receive and pick up the certain taste. And those hairs are the first thing present at those pores or those openings. Here again, the chemicals have to be dissolved in something liquid, so your saliva is what helps to dissociate or disperse those chemicals so that you can taste it. The sense of taste involves, again, specific protein receptors. They're going to bind with certain chemicals. So the same thing, once you've eaten broccoli, that taste you associate with broccoli, that specific chemical is going to bind with a certain receptor. Inside of your mouth, and we do a lab here at Sanborn with this, inside you basically have 5 specific taste cells: sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and umami, which that would be kind of like that oriental, a little bit of a taste. Others kind of are associated, but these are your 5 main types. And these receptors are concentrated in different areas on the tongue, and we'll look at a diagram of that. So sweet receptors are most plentiful at the tip of your tongue. So they're kind of congregated in that small part. So if I have a piece of chocolate or something sweet, it's going to taste the sweetest at the tip of my tongue. That is where that sweetness is picked up. Sour receptors are along the sides of your tongue. And that you kind of notice because if you eat something sour, you can feel that sensation almost in like the sides of your cheeks. And that's because the receptors are on the sides of your tongue. And once they're stimulated, you produce more saliva in that area, and you actually kind of feel that in the sides of your cheeks. Salt receptors are more spread out. They're not as specific or as a specific area. Bitter receptors, bitter is more towards the back of your tongue. Bitter would be, I don't know, if you've ever gotten in trouble and you've had to eat soap. I remember my dad made me take a bite of soap once when I was younger. That bitter taste is concentrated more towards the back of the tongue. Umami receptors deal more with amino acids. Monosodium glutamate, MSG, if you've seen that or heard about that, it's a salty sodium. It's a salty additive. I think of soy sauce kind of a little bit. And they are a little bit more widespread, kind of like your salt receptors. Taste buds are responsive to one specific taste, sensation, and like I said, they have distinct receptors that pick up specific chemicals. Flavors, when you have different flavors, it's basically a result of a combination of those five senses. Everything you eat is not sweet. Everything you eat is not salty. It's a blend or a combination of those different things. And just like your nose, your taste cells rapidly undergo adaptation. So if you eat something sour, it kind of loses its sourness after a short period of time. Impulses, they're going to travel along different nerves. I don't expect you to remember these nerves or the path, but they're going to go through facial nerves, glossopharyngeal, and then a vagus nerve is a prominent nerve in your face. It goes to the medulla oblongata, and then the gustation or the gustatory cortex is in the parietal. So when your brain actually picks up what you're eating, it's basically picked up kind of in the sides. So like your nose made sense. It was found kind of in your temporal frontal area. Your taste impulses are picked up more towards the parietal lobe of your brain. And that is where we'll stop for today.